podcast. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Katrina.
And I bought a fish today.
A fish?
Yes, a betta fish. He's very cute. I have not yet named him. But he's really pretty too. He's like a blue. It's almost like a multi-chrome color. I don't know. He's really cool.
Ooh.
I'll send a picture in the Discord, but I'm only gonna post it on Discord. So if you're not in our Discord, then you don't get to see my fish.
Out. Yeah.
Also, Discord, please help me name my fish. Because currently he's just fish. But if you want to join our Discord, patreon.com/perspective_Z, we have a whale of a time, or a fish of a time.
Apparently.
Apparently. Yeah, hanging out. And for anyone wondering, it is a 5-gallon tank with a filter, because betas need at least a 3-gallon tank with a filter. So, he's good.
Yeah. My parents never, let me name my fish until we'd had it for, a week or a week and a half, because they're like, I don't want you to get too attached to this fish and then have it immediately die, and then you get all sad about it, because I've told the story about how I got my first fish, and that was when I was in, kindergarten, first grade, so
yeah.
I would have been so sad, but it's okay.
He's, not wanting to pose for pictures.
Sad.
And his color isn't coming across great because you've got the, plastic glass in the way. But, I'm gonna post these in our server real quick. You should go look at that. And it's funny, because that's our picture channel is called Look at That. Anyway, what's your favorite thing this week?
My favorite thing this week is this. I took it off because it was really warm today, actually. But this hoodie, what was the whole story? So, this hoodie looks like a hoodie that one of the YouTubers that me and my other, one of my other friends were, obsessed with, and so we were both like, we need to find this hoodie, and so we went...
Is it Sierra Schultze?
No.
Oh, because that looks like her hoodie. I guess hers is a sweater.
True. But it was this one specific hoodie that you could only find at, a Marshall's or a TJ Maxx, and I, have never been to either of those stores, mainly because we don't have any in my town, and I would have to drive, 25 minutes to get there, which isn't that long of a drive, but, I don't like driving for, to go shopping that much, especially in the middle of a incident. But, I'm very glad. Every time I get a new hoodie, I just feel like I've gained a new friend, because it feels like you're being hugged all the time. And so, I really like it, and it's very warm and cozy, which was not necessarily the best thing today, because today was actually a really nice day, and I was out on the roof putting up our Christmas lights, and so when I was wearing leggings and a hoodie, I was very overheated, but it's okay. So, my favorite thing this week is that hoodie.
Nice.
What's your favorite thing this week?
My favorite thing this week is watching Marvel movies in chronological order, because that's an option. They list them like that on Disney Plus in the Marvel section, so they have them listed. You know how they have the, different...
Yeah.
No, so they have Marvel Phase 1, Marvel Phase 2, Marvel Phase 3, and then they also have Marvel chronological order, and that's what I'm watching in right now, and it's really interesting because all of the end scenes match up correctly.
Oh.
And, it flows very Iron Man 1 happens right after Iron Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was whatever. But then, Thor happens after Iron Man 2. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting.
Yeah.
I really like it.
I haven't done that, but it almost feels like a super long TV show. If they line up.
Basically.
Yeah.
But it's not you just get hints of things back and forth. Small spoiler for Captain Marvel and I guess Iron Man, but one of the film strips that Tony is watching through in Iron Man, it's Iron Man 2, anyway, is something that is shown in Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel happens during Tony's dad's lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting. It was
That's
either
cool.
Captain Marvel or Captain America. Now, I don't know what movie it was. I've watched a lot of movies. But, like, it was cool that it was the same film strip.
Yeah.
Also, so my computer I can buy this smart performance thing where they'll, like, help optimize it. But I have McAfee, or however you say it. Mm-hmm. I have their malware and preventative, so I don't need this, right? I don't need two of the same thing. Because it's just that one is through my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, it wants me to update. No. No.
We're in the middle of something.
For real. No. Do you have the thing? I haven't even looked at the document. Okay, can we talk about the monoliths that have been appearing?
The what?
The big gray towers. It's all over Twitter. Have you read is it Hank Green? An Absolutely Remarkable Thing? I think it's...
I haven't.
Hank. It's Hank. Oh, you haven't read it?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so basically... Small spoilers, but also this happens in the first few chapters, so whatever. They look like giant robots, but they're not giant robots. Appear, and they appear at, like, these random places, and then they disappear. And at first, people were like, weird art project, and then they realized it was happening all over the world.
Uh-huh.
And now, these things they're called monoliths. I don't know why. Oh, because that's the definition of a monolith. But these giant silver towers are appearing and disappearing, and some people think it's like some artist group took credit for the Utah one, but now they're appearing elsewhere. So Hank Green tweeted out, "Okay, you got me. I was doing promo for my book." But anyway.
That's funny.
Yeah. I want to know if it's aliens. I mean, like, we know it's aliens. Not we know this specifically is aliens, but we know aliens are out there. You're naive if you don't. Anyway, what's your favorite song this week?
My favorite song this week is Trampoline by Kero Bonita, and I hadn't heard the song until recently. The thing is a streamer that I watch, when he's setting up his stream, he, like, plays songs that the chat requests and everything. And this song wasn't one that they requested, but he was like, you guys need to hear this song, and I hadn't heard it before. And I was very confused when it started playing, because it didn't seem like a song that this particular streamer would like, but, here's the thing, is I'm really glad that Spotify Wrapped ended when it did, because, like, the month of December doesn't count, because I was looking...
You would think it would count for your next year.
You would think so, but then the numbers wouldn't line up, or... I don't know.
I know, but it's like... Well, but... It works.
Yeah, it does, because it's still 12 months, but... For the right aesthetic of it, or whatever.
Well, no, but, like, right now, Spotify Wrapped is 11 months. Yeah. It's not 12 months, so why... Whatever.
I don't know. But I'm kind of glad that it didn't count, because I was looking for this song on Spotify, because I really liked it after hearing it on his stream, and so I was going to, like, add it to a playlist or something, or make sure that I knew what it was, and I found it, but I had my Spotify volume turned down, and so I just had this song on repeat for an hour straight on accident. And so I'm really glad that it didn't count, because otherwise that would be a significant change to my Spotify Wrapped. But it's alright. It's a good song, so I wouldn't complain either way.
Did you just say you would complain?
I wouldn't complain.
Oh. Okay, I was like, well, that's not
I
how
would
that
complain.
goes.
I'm just negative person. What's your favorite song this week?
My favorite song this week is I almost read My Favorite Thing, and I was like, no, I already said that. My favorite song this week is New Year's Day by Pentatonix, because it's Christmas season, and at this point you cannot yell at me for listening to Christmas music. It is December 6th as of recording, 7th as of posting. Leave me alone.
Yes.
And that is all. So we went out and ran a bunch of errands today. And one of the errands, we went to Bath & Body, not for the sale on candles. We actually did not buy any candles. My mom just wanted this peppermint soap, because it's like a crushed pepper. They had a new peppermint scent. It's not the twisted peppermint. It's crushed peppermint or something. But, yeah, we didn't buy any candles. The thing that everybody was crazy about. But I bought a lot. They did still have their 3 for $3 going on. Or buy 3, get 3. So I got some lotion and body wash, which was nice. But, that was fun. That was before we got the fish. The fish was the last stop so that we could go home, or...
Fun times.
Also, I was just reading the side of my prescription bottle, because it's sitting right there, and it says swallow whole, or sprinkle capsule contents on small amount of applesauce. Only applesauce?
Not any other. Not
anything
like
else?
pudding or like
applesauce.
Only applesauce. Okay.
And also, like, you can swallow it whole. Or you can do this completely different thing, or nothing in between.
Nothing else. These two completely different things, or nothing.
I'm kind of confused, because it's supposed to be a delayed release tablet, which means you can't break it up. But maybe that's the applesauce fixes it. Does it have to be a specific brand of applesauce?
Mott's applesauce only. Go-Go Squeeze only.
Please be Go-Go Squeeze only. Please. Because this medication is normally... Because, like, I have my stomach problem. So it's normally old men that are taking this.
Just picturing old men only being able to take their meds if it's sprinkled in Go-Go Squeeze.
Yes, basically. Yeah. That's... Why applesauce? Why? I want to know. Can you sprinkle a pill on pudding instead of applesauce? Because what if someone does that? This says applesauce or pudding. But... I don't know. I don't know the logic behind the behind the applesauce. I kind of want to call the pharmacy and be like, listen, it says I can sprinkle it on applesauce. Is it like only applesauce, or and just see what they say, but like make it like just keep asking the same question to make it seem like I'm so confused, because I am a little bit, but I think I know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I think. Anyway. Those are our favorite songs and favorite things.
Yeah.
What should we talk about next?
We could talk about either Spotify Wrapped or Trending.
Let's do Spotify Wrapped. But while you start talking about it, I'm going to pull mine up because I forgot to do that.
Okay.
Is it Spotify Rewind or Spotify Wrapped?
It's Spotify Wrapped. I think you can only see it on the app this year, which is weird.
I can see it on... log in. It says I can see it. I mean, I haven't logged in yet, but we shall see. That would be really stupid if they made it.
Yeah.
Oh wow! It says download mobile app to see it. That's stupid.
Yeah.
It has my top songs though, and that's stupid.
I liked it better when it had like the big screen thing, so you could see everything really big, but this time they made it simple, but it isn't as fun as it was last year.
So I would like to remind everyone that my Spotify account is used for our nap time songs at work.
Yeah, I've noticed that, because like I'll open Spotify on my computer and then I just see Rachel is listening to lullabies, and I'm like, oh yeah, she's at work.
Yeah. I also don't like that it's like a slideshow. Mm-hmm. Where it or like a story where it goes a certain amount of time. I just want to read and swipe.
Yeah.
Like, because then if you click too fast, you miss it. Anyway. First is, How many new artists did you have this year? Did this pop up on yours?
Yeah.
I had 253.
I had 422.
Okay. That's a lot. See,
Yeah.
and now we have to wait for this stupid thing to go, because I don't remember if there's anything after it or not. I'm really prepared. I don't think there's anything after it, though.
Okay,
you don't learn that until you're done.
The next one is genres.
Alright. How many? And how many new?
I had 203, including 105 new ones.
I had 30 with 18 new, or 130 with 18 new. I listened to 30 genres. That's it.
Only 30 genres of music. I was very surprised. A lot of people on Twitter were surprised too. They're like, how many genres of music are there? I didn't realize there were this many.
Alright, what were your top genres?
Mine were not surprising. Hang on, let it do the little graphic thing.
I can read mine. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Mine were pop, modern rock, pop punk, social media pop, and pop rap.
You listen to TikTok.
Yeah.
Mine's contemporary country, we're not shocked. Pop, show tunes, modern rock, pop rock.
Nice.
I hate that it's called pop rock, because then all I think about is Pop Rocks, like the candy.
Oh yeah, the candy.
Did you have the one song helped you get through it all? What's yours?
Mine was Checkmate by Conan Gray.
Mine was What a Man Gotta Do by Jonas Brothers. Yeah, I stand by that. I listen to that song a lot.
And then the next one is, how many, like, your story with the song.
Oh, yeah. So, my first listen was on January 18th of 2020. I streamed it the most on January 21st of 2020. And then my 50th stream was on September 20th. With a total stream of 52. So I've only listened to it twice since then, which is weird.
Yeah. I saw a TikTok where someone's, like, top song, their first stream and their 100th stream were on the same day. And they're like, I don't want to talk about it. But for Checkmate, my first stream was January 1st. My day with the most streams was January 7th. My 50th stream was May 10th. So I listened to it a lot at the beginning of the year. But my total streams was 57. So I didn't listen to it that much second half of the year.
Nice. Same. A year like 2020 required backup. And these are other songs you had on repeat. So number 1 was What a Man Gotta Do. Number 2 was Never Seen the Rain by Tones and I. Number 3 was Circles from Post Malone. Number 4 was Lost in the Woods, Weezer version. And number 5 was Different Colors by Walk the Moon.
So what I'm learning is I streamed Conan Gray's album so much at the beginning of the year and then just did not touch it for the rest of the year because my top songs are Checkmate by Conan Gray, Adore You by Harry Styles, Better by Zayn, go stream, Comfort Crowd by Conan Gray, and Maniac by Conan Gray.
Okay. They told us to go
look at the playlist.
Yeah, and then top podcast of the year. Mine was Late to the Party.
Mine was Perspective Z.
Katrina, why are you listening to our episodes? Like, I love the support. It looks great on our numbers, but
I didn't even listen to it that much. I think the thing is I just don't use Spotify for podcasts that much because I didn't listen to it that much, but I did listen to Perspective Z on Spotify, and it was like, hey, this is your top podcast. And
well, it'll tell you how much you listen to it at the bottom. Like, it says you listen to blank. So I listened to 16 episodes for a total of 544 minutes. And honestly, some people's was so much more, but we all know I don't actually like listening to podcasts, so the fact that I listened to that much is an achievement.
Yeah, mine was you listened to 6 episodes for a total of 125 minutes. So I just, like, skipped around, like, from the episodes a year ago to see what we were talking about, I think.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think I remember you talking about that. And then my biggest binge listen was Late to the Party with 3 in a day, because again, I don't listen to podcasts. But that one's really good. Go stream Late to the Party from the WBNE network. It's one of the few that I listen to, clearly. Also, I'm a pioneer.
Oh, are you?
I listened to Always on My Mind before it hit 50,000 streams. You know what Always on My Mind is?
What?
Because I went and looked in my thing. It's a lullaby song.
Oh, good.
So it was in the lullaby playlist, and I was like, great. This is what I get to be known as.
I listened to Quiet Motions by MXM Tune before it hit 50,000 streams.
You know what decade I listened to the most?
What?
2000s.
Me too.
That's not even a guess. Like, of course I listened to the 2000s. I think it was more the 2010s, quite honestly.
Yeah.
My top song from that time was I'm Yours by Jason Mraz.
Mine was The Middle by Jimmy Eat World.
My top artist was Sparrow Sleeps, which is a lullaby thing, which I think is just crap. I was in their top 1% of listeners this year, and I was
No
like,
way.
great. That's because I listen to 2 hours of it every day. I spent 2,513 minutes listening to their music. And that's only been since August.
Hey, Rachel.
What?
Guess who my top artist was?
Conan Gray?
No, One Direction.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I spent 5,500 minutes listening to their music, and I was in their top 0.5%.
Oh, honey. I listened to 526 artists this year.
I listened to 663 artists this year.
My top artists were Sparrow Sleeps, which no, it's not. Jonas Brothers, original Broadway cast of Hamilton, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and Leslie Odom Jr. So,
my top artists were One Direction, Zayn, Harry Styles, Conan Gray, and MXM Tune.
I like that. Thanks for spending all 67 months of 2020 with us. Which, sounds about right. This year has never ended. I listened
how many minutes did you listen, like, overall?
Mine fell this year a lot. I listened to 27,787.
Mine was 24,500.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes me feel a lot better.
Mine was higher than it was last year.
Wasn't mine like 100,000 last year or something?
I think so.
I
could go listen back to it.
Can I get my Spotify?
That's what I do.
Can I get Podbean stats, but for Spotify Wrapped? Like, show me the trends. I want to know the trends. I'm all about the trends.
Hang on.
An upward trend is good.
It popped up on my my Snapchat memories, the little circle thing that they had last year. And apparently last year I only listened to 15,219 minutes.
Okay. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I'll have to dig for mine. But anyway. I don't know what I'm doing. That's Spotify Wrapped. What should we talk about next?
Well, let's talk about what's trending.
What is trending? That is a great question. Well, what's trending on YouTube?
The thing that I saw that was trending on YouTube that I thought we could talk about the most was, Billie Eilish, same interview, the 4th year, and I'm pretty sure every single time this pops up on trending, we talk about it on the podcast. But I just, first of all, it was very interesting seeing her answers a year ago compared to now, because obviously we did not know that the incident was going to be this impactful at the beginning of the year. We were like, oh yeah, that thing? That's gonna be gone in a week. And then we're still here. And this was in October, so she, it wasn't even a thing last October. And so she was like, oh, this is what I want to do this year. And then she was listening to her answers and she's like, oh honey. But not only was that interesting to see, but, it was interesting to see how her career goals changed, because, her first year doing the interview, she was a very small, artist, and, the people at Vanity Fair knew she was going to grow, and that's why they started doing this interview. But, like, her second year was very different from her first year because her priorities changed, and you could see how stressed she was because she was like, I need to keep making music, and I need to make everything about, like, doing the best on tour and, like, all this stuff. And then seeing her 2019 and 2020 answers were very, like, laid back and caring more about her mental health. And so it was really interesting to see how she grew in that area. Also, I always forget that she's, like, 18.
Yeah, she's my age.
Like, in my mind, because we've talked about her before on the podcast, and so it's like, oh yeah, she's a Gen Z musician, and then I'm always, like, I see a picture of her, and I'm like, oh yeah, she's so much older than me, and then it's like, nope, only, like, a year.
Well, her birthday is December 18th, so closer to 2 years, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing that shocks me, because I always think of her as around our age.
Yeah.
She's 5'3". She's my height. And I feel bad for that, because 5'3" sucks. Yeah, I don't like being short.
I know.
It's just, we have tall cupboards at work, and I have to climb up on the countertops, and the kids watch me climb on the countertops, and then they think they get to climb on things, and I'm like, no!
No.
I know you're short, but this is different. And they do it just so they can try and jump off of it. I do it for a reason. Anyway, what's trending on Twitter?
This moment is titled, these are the top trending YouTube videos of 2020. So technically it's like YouTube trending, but it was a Twitter moment, so I kind of just put it at the top of Twitter trending. But it was interesting seeing this list because half of them I heard of, but, like, didn't really know that much about. So, like, scrolling through, I kind of know that these things happened. Also, it really shows how long this year was. And that's what I noticed when I was looking at Spotify Wrapped as well. Because, like, my top songs, I didn't stream that much in the past 6 months. But, like, they were still up there because they meant a lot to me, like, a year ago. But, like, scrolling through this list, and it said, some good news with John Krasinski, and I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing for, like, a month, and then he sold it. And then seeing, like, the quarantine stereotypes videos, and that's what every single YouTuber was making for months. Yeah, it was just interesting seeing, like, what was actually at the top this year, especially since a lot of creators were, like, struggling to come up with content, especially, like, at the beginning of the incident back in March.
And there's just so much that has happened this year.
Yeah.
Have you seen, BuzzFeed made a list of the top TikTok trends of the year? I want a TikTok Wrapped too. Did I say that?
Yeah, I want to see. Wait, let me see. BuzzFeed TikTok.
Yeah, I haven't looked through it yet, but it looks...
There's creators and there's viral TikToks.
I want to know what the top sounds were.
Yeah, I just want all of the statistics.
I want Spotify Wrapped.
There was something that said The Renegade, and I was like, was that this year? And, like, it was more last year, but I just saw Lottery by K-Camp, and I was like, that was this year? This year has been too long.
I mean, true, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's always fun, looking back at top trends.
Yeah. Especially since this year has been so long and everything has changed so much.
Yeah. And what else is trending?
This Twitter moment made me so mad, and so I just had to share because...
Thank you so much.
Yeah. But I thought we could talk about it because we're Gen Zers, and it's like one of those 90s kids things, except it's like, if you've ever used a crock pot before, you're old. And I'm like, okay.
If you know what a potato masher is.
Yeah, I saw the potato masher, and I'm like, hello.
Also, I have made popcorn like that on number 5. I've done that. It's not, like, you can buy it like that still.
Yeah.
Also, if you've ever slammed your foot into one of these, and it's the thing you use when you go... That's
measure.
still a thing.
That's a thing still. This isn't
like
oh, remember when these existed? These still exist. What do you mean?
Yeah, like, I just think it's stupid. I still have a cigarette lighter in my car, and it works. And you know how I know it works? I went, I wonder if this works, and stuck it to my finger. And then I had a very circular burn on my finger for like 2 weeks. So yes, I know where a car cigarette lighter is.
And then it has, like, an old washboard, and it's like, if you know what this is used for, and
I'm like, you didn't use that, 90s kids. Also, if you know full well that these are not medieval torture devices, nuts are in style. Having whole nuts and then cracking them yourself, that's a style right now.
Yeah, and I, like, played with these, like, this set. I think my grandma might have had one, or, like, my mom might have had one, and I just, like, sat there, like, clicking the little two ones together for hours, and was just, like, so enthralled. And then, like, the batons, it's like, if you've ever performed with these, and I'm like, not a meat tenderizer. It's like, if you know what this scary thing is used for, and I'm like,
my steaks.
It's like
tenderloins. ETC. I don't know, it's just kind of stupid.
And then this exact form on the blanket, it's like, how am I... Sorry, my mom just put something on my door. Or someone did, I don't know if it's my mom. But, like, this exact pattern on a blanket, I'm like, I've been to my grandma's house before.
Right, like, it's like, Also, we still have drive-in movies here, so I know what that little thingy's for.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have actually seen this before. It's stupid.
Yeah,
it's like I said last time, too, where it's like, it's not necessarily that only people in that generation know it, because that's assuming everyone can always afford to buy the new things.
Yeah.
So stop being classist and elitist and stupid.
Yeah. I just, like, I thought it was gonna be, like, a joke thing, and then it was just like, oh yeah, the kids these days don't know what a potato masher is, or a meat tenderizer, they're so dumb, and I'm like, what do you... Anyway, that just... We can move on. I just was very frustrated and thought I would take this opportunity to tell people to stop being classist, and also, like, stop treating all Gen Z kids like they're dumb and don't know what a potato masher is.
Yeah, that's just... And I couldn't even tell if there was 90s, 80s, 70s. There was some of everything in there.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, you don't know what a washboard is. And I'm like...
Buddy. Also, like, we've been in class for... Like, what? I just don't...
Yeah.
Whatever. Is there anything else trending?
No.
Alright. Should we answer some listener questions?
Yes, we should.
Dope. What are our listeners questioning?
Our first set of questions is from @Kane_I, and they ask, what is the hardest year of high school academically?
So I think academically it's junior year, but every year is hard because you haven't had those classes before. Mm-hmm. And so, oh my god, I used to get in so many fights with my brother about this because he would be like, my work's harder than yours. And while technically that was true, me being in kindergarten, that work is hard for me as a kindergartner.
Yeah.
His work is hard for him as an 8th grader, but it's easy for my sister who was a sophomore in high school. So, like, technically I think... And also it's high school, so you can put your hard classes whenever you want to.
Yeah.
Either sophomore or junior year, depending on when you put them. Most people don't put them freshman or senior year.
Yeah.
But it totally depends on what your social life is, what your extracurricular life is, what classes you choose to take, what your home life is. Like, you can't just separate it academically, because in high school you have so much freedom to take classes that you want to take. So, like, I know people that they were, like, in gifted, talented programs through elementary and middle school, and then hit high school, and they were like, I don't want to do it anymore, and they took classes that they did not have to work in. So for them, they didn't have a hard year of high school. They coasted through and did what they wanted to outside of high school. But yeah, no, I get so annoyed when, specifically when my brother is like, well, you don't know the hard stuff that, or you can't do my work, so my work's harder than yours. And it's like, sure, I can't do mine either because I'm, like, 6.
Yeah.
Anyway,
what's our next question?
Our next question is from Kane I as well, and they say, how's orchestra going in quarantine if Katrina is still taking it?
I am still taking it, and it is very interesting, and I also have an assignment due for it tonight, so I need to remember to turn that in. But it's going, like, it was, because, why am I stuttering so much?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. So when we were in person or doing hybrid, it wasn't necessarily that different. Like, we had to distance ourselves more so we can, like, have stand partners or whatever. But because we don't have to use, like, our mouths for our instruments like choir or band did, it was pretty much the same. But, like, now that we're in quarantine, in lockdown, we're basically, what my teacher does is she plays along with a song, and we just, like, are all on mute and play along with her, which is an interesting way of doing things, but it's okay. And my teacher's been trying to give us assignments just so it isn't just, oh yeah, show up, play your instrument this one day, and you pass the class, even though that's basically what it was in person. But, she's been trying her best to, like, make it more interactive, which I admire her for, but also sometimes teachers, like, here's the thing. I admire teachers for trying to adapt with things, but sometimes teachers just try so hard, and it's just like, we're fine with the way that you were doing things before, you don't have to change them. But I don't know. It's going alright, it's just weird. Because the whole reason why I was taking orchestra in the first place was for the community, and then when, like, half the people I was in orchestra for were not in my cohort, and then they changed everything, I was like, this isn't as fun anymore. But it's still going okay.
Unrelated, I really want one of the Rocket books.
Which ones?
The Rocket notebook, so it's the notebook that you scan and it uploads your notes and then you wipe it off.
Oh, yeah.
I want one. Just because I feel like I always feel wasteful using notebooks because then I don't use all the pages. Because you don't need all the pages all the time, and then some classes you need more than the pages, so, like, literally I would have a notebook and a half of organic chemistry, and then the back half I used for physics, and it just was what it was, because I didn't need physics notes, but I needed organic chemistry notes, because for OChem, it's a lot of drawing,
yeah,
and I like my notes to be online, so I can study without my notebook, because I always have my computer when I, like, travel.
Yeah.
I really want one, and my mom wants Christmas ideas for me, so I might ask for one.
I didn't know they existed, but
oh my gosh, you didn't know?
No.
I've
they sound
been
really
obsessed
cool
with them
though.
for a while. I don't know that Rocket book is the original though. Oh, I guess it is. It just had a different style. I want it. I want two. I want one that has the dots and one that has the lines, so I can use it like a notebook. Oh, man. Well, that's going on the Christmas list. Anyway, what's our next question? Small tangent, but, you know.
Our next question is from @SuperZamQ. Hi, little brother.
What's up, little dude?
And he asked, what's your least favorite TikTok trend?
My least favorite? I don't know, because I am not on the part of TikTok that I don't enjoy being on. Intentionally.
True.
So, I didn't like the one where it was like telling us the one from Teen Beach Movie.
Oh yeah,
What's going on? Because it was just like
Yeah,
it was just stupid.
I feel like people just do that with like different sounds all the time. Because now it's the it was the cover of. It's a cover of, like, some song where someone was trying to, like, pitch up the octave each time.
Mm-hmm.
Or something. That's what
Oh,
I've
yeah,
seen
that one, too. I think that one's stupid.
Yeah. Some of the ones that I don't necessarily like is the ones where it's like, oh, yeah, like, they were funny at first when it was... What song was it? It was the one where it's like, oh, I sailed away to China in a little red boat to find you. Like, that one was funny.
I've
but,
never
like,
seen that one. We're on different sides of TikTok.
That was, like, a couple... That was, like, 6 months ago, probably.
I've literally never seen it.
But it was basically where you send, like, lyrics of a song to, like, someone and see if they know the song or if they just get confused or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's going on right now, what is it? It's the, it's basically, like, trying to confess to your crush that you like them.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They keep showing up on my For You page, and, like, the first couple were cute, but now it's, like, they keep popping up on my For You page, and I have to keep hitting not interested, like, with videos and the sound. Like, do you know the one I'm talking about?
The asking people to be in a relationship one?
I think so.
Yeah, it's like the, I'm using your shirt as a pillowcase.
Yeah, that one. That one just, like, it was cute at first, but then it just gets overdone so quickly when you keep hearing the song on the For You page, and you're like, ooh. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
What should we talk about now?
What's your favorite color? So, we went to my grandma's for Thanksgiving because it was just us and my grandma doesn't leave the house, and we only leave the house for work. But we went downtown because they do this welcoming Santa Claus thing every year, but this year they did it like a drive-through, but we still went because we wanted, and walked a little bit because we wanted to go stop at our favorite coffee shop and support them. And Buddy the Elf was getting ready because it was across the coffee shop's across the street from the downtown theater. And so he came out because a kid came out, and I sprinted across the road because it was blocked off, so I didn't have to look for cars. And I said, "What's your favorite color?" And he goes, "Red! Red's my favorite color!" And I said, "Red's a really good color!" I actually hate the color red, but, like, I was talking to Buddy the Elf.
That counts.
Yeah. He looked pretty similar to Will Ferrell.
Nice.
Will Ferrell. I said that weird. Anyway. Yeah, so that was fun. Now I'm searching for the best Rocket book to get. Anyway, Katrina.
Yes, Rachel?
Can it be time Can it be time for a favorite segment on this podcast? Let's take a BuzzFeed quiz.
It sure can.
That took me 3 tries. What's our favorite BuzzFeed quiz this week?
Our favorite?
What's our BuzzFeed quiz this week?
Our BuzzFeed quiz this week is everyone has a cloud that matches their personality. Here's yours.
Alright, our first question is choose a sun. Demand. This is a red sunset? Maybe sunrise? I can't tell. The next one is blue. It looks like what you would see out of an airplane. With the blue sky and the clouds. The third one is two hands making a heart. It's off-centered, and that bothers me, with the sun in the middle. And the third one is a sun over a beach. I don't know if it's a sunset or a sunrise, but it's like over the water. None of these make me happy.
Yeah.
Oh, the first one is the Lion King sun, but it's probably a real picture, not the actual Lion King sun. I guess I'll pick the airplane one.
Which one was that?
The blue one.
The blue one.
Because that's what you would see in an airplane.
I'll do the fourth one, the one with the, like, horizon line.
Alright, what's our next demand?
Our next demand is choose a moon. There's a crescent moon, there's, like, a lit up yellow moon in the sky, and then there's a, like, moon while the sun is still up, and so you can still see, like, the sun setting, basically. Mm-hmm. And then there's a pink moon.
A pink moon. I'm gonna pick the second moon.
I'm going to do the first one, the crescent moon.
Ooh, do I want infinity black or deep space gray for my notebook?
Ooh.
I think I want deep space gray. Anyway, choose a season. Summer, winter, autumn, or spring. Winter.
I'll say spring.
Okay.
Next one is choose a type of weather. Rainy, sunny, stormy, or foggy. Rainy, 100%.
Rainy. Yeah, I like the rain. I prefer snow, but we can take precipitation is, I think, what we're going for here.
Yeah.
Alright, next and finally, choose a light. Twilight, starlight, moonlight, or sunlight. Twilight. I got my
I'll
answer.
do starlight.
What'd you get?
I got a rain cloud.
I got a storm cloud.
What's your description say?
You're emotional, free-spirited, and impulsive. You're comfortable being center stage and making sure your thoughts are heard, but sometimes your emotional reactions can put you in difficult situations. Remember to slow down every once in a while and know that you have reasons to be grateful. Everything doesn't have to be a big deal, and many times your problems will work themselves out.
Nice.
I mean, some parts maybe.
Yeah.
But, other parts no.
Do you want to hear mine?
I do.
You're sensitive, introspective, and prefer to spend time on your own. You find comfort in the little things but can get wrapped up in the past. Remember to appreciate the present. You are where you need to be. You got this.
Okay then.
I've just been attacked. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well. I mean, I think mine... I don't know how to feel about my description. Like, was it accurate? Sometimes. Is it inaccurate? Sometimes.
Sometimes.
You should go to patreon.com/perspective_Z and join our Patreon tier? Discord tier? $3 Discord tier. And we can all have a good time naming Rachel's fish.
Yeah. I think we already got an answer from
We got
Teddy.
one.
Yeah. He's on top of it.
He is on top of it, but I don't like the name he suggested, so there's that. Anyway, anything else we need to talk about this week?
I don't think so.
Well, in that case, this has been another episode of Perspective Z. That's been Katrina.
That's been Rachel.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Toodles!